Welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Last time, we got through more of the Snowhead Temple, so this time, all that's left is the boss. This is the masked mechanical monster Goat. It'll charge around this track, kicking up debris as we try to catch up to it. If it gets too far away, it'll start firing lightning at us, so let's be careful, try to keep up with it, and deal damage whenever we can. We can either roll into its legs, or if we launch off of these ramps around this track, we can actually attack its back, knocking it off balance and allowing us to attack it through other means. That wasn't quite a proper launch, unfortunately. It can be pretty particular, to be honest. To tell the truth, this isn't one of my favorite bosses in the game, because I find it extremely inconsistent. Sometimes I have a really easy time with the fight, other times it's an absolute headache. So let's try again to launch off this ramp. There we go. Now that it's down, we can roll over and try to punch it. At this point, ground punches are our best bet of dealing damage quickly to Goat. Alternatively, you can actually stand in one spot and fire arrows. I have actually seen like tool-assisted speedruns of this, and the fight actually is over in like a minute or so, if you can actually like fire arrows from a very specific spot and dodge all the lightning that Goat fires. I'm not necessarily that good at arrow shots and don't even know the proper setup for that, so we are going to fight Goat the old-fashioned way with the Goron Mask. Now Goat is starting to spark, indicating that we are making progress in this fight. At this point, we also have to worry about stalactites falling from the ceiling to block our path. So let's try to do our best to keep up still, dodging all of Goat's attacks and dealing damage whenever we can. We fell behind by the ramp, unfortunately. By the way, the 3DS version is actually slightly different, similar to Adalwa, but not nearly as drastic. You still have to chase Goat around the track, but after knocking it down, you have to fire arrows at an eye on its back. So instead of using like ground punches, you do have to use arrows specifically, meaning it's a little bit more limited, but compared to Adalwa, where it's basically a different fight, this one is actually remarkably unchanged. Alright, so now Goat is firing bombs at us, meaning we're basically at the end of the fight, so all that's left is to catch up to it and deal a little bit more damage. I might try just rolling into its legs, because I don't know how many hits are left, and this might actually be enough to finish the fight, even without knocking it off balance. And with that, we finished up the Snowhead Temple. So let's make our way over to the exit. You've seized Goat's remains. You have just freed the innocent spirit that this dark mask had kept imprisoned within the body of evil Goat. What exactly are all of you? Guardians. Guardians? So, you're protective gods? That's why you're in the temples. But why are the protective gods? No, wait! Are you listening to me? Hey, wait! And with that, we've saved the Gorons and fulfilled Darmani's wish. There's actually quite a few things we can do now that it's spring here. So first of all, let's actually warp back to the temple area. Darmani, what in the world have I been doing this whole time? I can't remember a thing since I went out to look around Snowhead to figure out why spring wasn't coming. What am I doing sitting in a place like this? Alright, so we helped out that Goron as well. So next up, we want to carefully make our way over to the temple area to find the fairy fountain, since we found all of the stray fairies within the Snowhead Temple. The entrance is right over here. Oh, wise young one, I am the Great Fairy of Wisdom. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. As thanks, I shall enhance your magic power. Your magic power has been enhanced. You now have twice as much magic power. Come see me whenever you are overcome by weariness. As a reminder, the Great Fairies of Woodfall and Snowhead are actually switched in the 3DS version, which honestly, I actually really like that change, because you have so many items that require magic in the Snowhead region that having the double magic early makes a lot of sense, actually. So with that taken care of, let's head back to the mountain village. Now that everything is thawed out, let's actually investigate this building over here. Ugo? Oh, a customer? Gabora, fetch our customer some coffee, quick like. Now then, let me take a look at your sword. Alright, to reforge your sword, it will cost you 100 rupees. It will be ready at sunrise. You'll have to let us hold on to your sword until then. Keep in mind that after you use your reforged sword 100 times, it will lose its edge and it will be back to its original sharpness. So would you like your sword reforged for 100 rupees? Thanks for dropping in. Now then, I'm straight off to work. Come back tomorrow morning. Ugo, Ugo, Ugo. Alright, so we have to wait until our sword is done, so let's actually make our way back over to the Goron village. So let's roll on over here. One thing that's actually worth mentioning is you can actually give your sword to the blacksmith before the temple. You actually have to melt their like smelting furnace using like hot spring water, but it is an option to actually do the entire temple without your sword in case you wanted to start this side quest early. Alright, so let's make our way back to the village. Here we have a path that's actually been thought out. We actually need to transform back briefly, because we can't climb this ledge otherwise. And through here, we have another Goron. This is Medi Goron, similar to Big Goron, but a little bit smaller. I'm the Goron who sells the powder keg, the most famous product of the Gorons. Want a powder keg? Powder kegs explode with powerful blasts and are very dangerous. Until I have tested you to see if you can use them properly, I can't let you use any on your own. Will you give it a try? If you can destroy the boulder that blocks the entrance to the Goron racetrack near here, using the powder keg I'm about to give you, then I'll approve you to carry them. When the powder keg begins ticking faster, it means that it's about to explode. Try to blow up the boulder blocking the Goron racetrack entrance without the powder keg exploding on the way. There's a sign near the racetrack, so keep an eye out for it. When you've finished, come see me. So we have to carry this bomb to the lake area. By the way, also the Goron form can't swim as a reminder, so be careful about traversing the bridges there. But here we have to toss the powder keg up these steps. This is actually slightly tricky, but we can roll up each step of the way after tossing it up to the next ledge. This is not a good run at all, but luckily the timer is pretty generous. Speaking of which, I should probably equip arrows for something later on. Unfortunately, we also have to take the long way around here, because we can't go up the shortcut, since we can't roll, obviously, while carrying a powder keg. Yeah, this is definitely not a good run. I hope we have enough time still. We might have to hustle through the next area, but again, now that everything is thought out, we have to be a lot more careful than we would be otherwise. But yeah, we still have quite a lot of time yet left, so we should be okay. It doesn't help that we also have to worry about Wolfos, and we can't, like, go along the lower path either this time, since we don't have ice down there. The entrance is right over here, by the way. We have to toss up some more ledges. Oh wow, this is actually cutting it a little bit closer than it would like. I definitely had trouble with that initial area. We have a little bit more room to maneuver here, so I actually find these throws a little bit easier, actually. But we also have the Guan Elder Son waiting by the entrance. Okay, that's not good. Again, we're very quickly running out of time here, but we should be okay. Darmy! Now that it's nice and warm out, I'm much better. Even if my daddy isn't right beside me, I won't be selfish and cry. So now that spring has come, the Guan races should be starting soon. But this rock is in the way, so I can't get in to see the race. And spring's just started too. I was so excited, but there's nothing I can do. I hate it. I want to see it. I want to see the race. You did it. Thanks a lot. I'm going right in. I'll be waiting for you, so you have to come see it. Darmy, I've been waiting for you. See, everyone's restless because they can't wait to enter. You're gonna enter, aren't you? You're gonna enter, aren't you? You have to. I want to show everyone how Darmy races. If your magic power runs low, charge it up with the green jars on the course. Welcome to what might be my least favorite minigame in Majora's Mask. The Guan race is extremely inconsistent. I definitely recommend having the extended magic meter because you won't have to stop and collect the magic jars as much. Basically, whenever you run into a Guan, both you and the Guan will start flashing red. If you take another collision from that point, you'll actually get knocked out of your roll. So be careful about that. The Guan's also kind of rubber band a bit, so even though we're definitely far behind, it's not over yet. We definitely still have time. In practice, I actually had very mixed results. On one attempt, I got it first try. On another attempt, it took me like 12 tries. So let's see how this goes. Again, it kind of just depends on if the Goans around you cooperate. We're coming up on the final turn. By the way, if you fall off this bridge, you have to basically restart the race, because you can't finish if you fall all the way back down to the starting area. The one Goron is really far ahead. I don't think we'll actually be able to catch up, so we might have to try this again. It's not quite over yet. We might be able to salvage this with some very tight turns, or not. I definitely think we lost this attempt. You're just a little stiff because winter was so long. You're not really like this. Remember how good you really are, then enter the races again. You're gonna enter, aren't you? You have to. I want to show everyone how Darmy races. If your magic power runs low, charge it up with the green jars on the course. Alright, attempt number 2. Depending on how many tries this takes, I definitely will be skipping ahead. It'll actually be interesting if this takes more than 2 tries, because of having to, or being able to see the progression of time, because of how long it could take. Like, you'll be able to actually see how long it has been, which will be interesting. So let's hope it actually doesn't take that long, because that would be really, really bad if it takes another dozen tries. Again, we actually have to do this by the end of the second day, as a heads up, because this is actually tied to a second step of the blacksmith side quest. So yeah, we actually do need to finish this promptly. We are currently in the lead, which is fine. You might want to intentionally bump into the Gorons that are trying to approach you to try to slow them down as well. Like so, but sometimes they can sneak past you a little bit. Again, they do kind of rubber band a little bit, so be careful about that. This actually looks like a good run, though. That was great! I knew you were the fastest Goron army. I was sure you'd get first place. This is from Daddy. It's the prize. You got a bottle of gold dust. This is the finest quality available. I want to be just like you. Quick! I'll be honest, that went mercifully well, to be blunt. Yeah, 2 tries is not bad. So, now that we passed the test, we have to carefully make our way back over to Medigoron to be certified to use powder kegs for something later on in a different cycle. I'm just going to transform back now, since we have to climb up the ledge anyway. We'll transform back once we're on the upper ledge again. But yeah, that actually went extremely smoothly, and we have plenty of time to continue the sword quest. We also have to pick up our sword at all in the first place, and then immediately craft it again into an even stronger sword. It looks like you managed to succeed. Knowing your skills, I feel fine letting you handle powder kegs on your own. It was bad of me to put you through such a dangerous test. I want you to take this as my apology. You got a powder keg. Press C to light it, then tap C to place it. Be careful, its sheer power and size are immense. Powder kegs are very volatile, so you can carry only one at a time. If you shoot them with an arrow, they will explode as soon as they're hit, so be careful. Next up, we have to go back over to the mountain village one more time. Alright, let's head back into the smithy here. I kept you waiting, but it's done, see? Your Kokiri sword has been strengthened and forged into a razor sword. This new sharper blade is a cut above the rest, uses up to 100 times without dulling its superior edge. Now keep in mind that after you've used this 100 times, the blade will lose its edge and return to its original sharpness. Now here's a secret, if you bring me gold dust before the sword loses its edge, I'll be able to make it the strongest sword around. You got that? Gold dust. Ugo, 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 Ugo. Ugo, Ugo? Ugo, oh? Ugo, Ugo, Ugo? I'm a customer. Gabora, fetch our customer some coffee, quick-like. Now then, let me take a look at your sword. Hey now, that's a mean joke. Your sword has already been reforged into a razor sword. Unless, do you want me to make your sword stronger? To do that, I'll need gold dust. Do you have any? Why, if it isn't gold dust, and it's even top quality? Why, even if I use it to reforge your sword, there'll still be some left. Alright, just for you, I'll do this for free, but don't tell anyone. Thanks for dropping in. Now then, I'm straight off to work. Come back tomorrow morning. Ugo, Ugo, Ugo. So, we have to advance time 2 times. I kept you waiting, but it's done, see? Your razor sword has been strengthened, now it's a gilded sword. Newly forged, your sword is better than ever and will never break. There it is, we can't make a stronger sword than that. No matter how many times you use it, it will never lose its edge. Try it. Oh, I used up most of the gold dust. Just a tiny bit was left, so I got rid of it for you. Ugo, 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 oh, Ugo, Ugo, Ugo. So, now that we have our Razor Sword, which is 3 times stronger than the Kokiri Sword, that concludes this cycle. Now that we are certified to use powder kegs, we also can make some progress elsewhere. So let's head back in time. The quickest way to the ocean is through the West Gate. Before we go to the ocean, there are a couple of side quests that we need to take care of, so we'll be tackling those next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask.